Hi, and welcome back to the OG Yokes podcast. We're so excited to have Hikari. Yes, Hikari is a director of the film Rental Family, which stars Brendan Fraser. She's also directed a number of shorts, including TSUYAKO and also the full-length film 37 Seconds. We had a really lovely time talking to Hikari. She talks about her upbringing in Osaka and also the many decades she has spent in the United States. And we talk about her global view of everything and also her very, sometimes very minute view of things, the perspective of one person, such as an actor, or from the perspective of someone who's disabled with cerebral palsy. So please join us on this podcast. And we are very honored to have Hikari, the
Mhm.
director, here to join us this morning. For me, it's in the morning because I'm zooming in from Seoul, Korea.
Oh my gosh, how
Yeah,
exciting. I love Seoul so
Seoul,
much.
Korea. I was just in your hometown of Osaka last night.
Okay. Oh wow, last night.
Yeah,
Wow.
last night.
Are you just
Yes.
traveling for a job, for work?
No, not for a job, just for vacation, family vacation.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Uh, how long did you live in Osaka?
I grew up there. I was born and raised until I was 17. Well, I guess 18 will be exact. For 18 years, I went to high school until I went to high school in America. I was
Okay.
there all the way.
Oh my
So I do
gosh.
have a very thick accent. I don't know if you know about the Osaka accent, but but yeah, when I speak in Japanese, everybody knows where I'm from because we have
Oh,
a very thick dialect
I didn't
in
know that there was a
Osaka.
dialect from Osaka. I
Yeah.
I also spent 5 nights in Kyoto, and I do know that they have something specific, right? A
Yeah,
dialect.
yeah,
Yeah.
very similar, very similar.
Okay, it's
Yeah,
similar.
but we're the loud one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Volume is just a matter of opinion. Hey,
Yeah,
um,
that's true.
all your stories bring about family, bring about lifestyle. Uh, do you want to direct anything that is only what you write, or like I know you're doing Foster the Snowman, but
Yeah. No,
but
I have many different movies that has been written by somebody else. I mean, I have been
mm,
writing my own project for
Mhm,
sure.
mm,
Rental Family was my second movie, so second feature film.
mhm.
mm.
Foster the Snowman has been written by these brilliant writers, John O'Matt and Peter Syke. Peter is one of the writer on the studio on Apple's
Mm.
TV show. He's hilarious. I have a sci-fi movie that has been written by this brilliant writer,
Mhm.
Malcolm. We got us, we haven't announced it yet, so maybe we should.
Oh,
Okay.
So
bleep,
cut that
bleep,
part.
bleep.
Yeah, beep. So I have a sci-fi movie. We have an incredible actor attached to that one as well. I have a baseball movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good story. And then I have a love story. It's been written by this Oscar-nominated writer, and
Hint,
then I
hint.
have my own writer project that I'm writing with my writing partner, Stephen,
Mm.
who I wrote
It's a
the Rental Family with.
yeah,
Yeah, so I
Blahut.
just keep, I just keep, because you never know, nowadays, like, when can we make this movie? Even though the movie is ready to go, actors may not go ready to go,
Yeah.
or, just scheduling is so crazy. So I'm just gonna keep writing whatever I can to put my hand.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what sort of perspective do you take on when you take on a project? Because you were born in Japan and you
Hmm.
lived in America for many years. Yeah, that's your home now. So,
Right.
do you have the perspective of an American from Japan, or do you have the perspective of a Japanese? What sort of perspective or is it a global perspective?
Mm. Oh, wow. That's a hard question because I'm just me looking at the thing, looking at the
Mm,
Yeah.
story, looking at the relationship. So
Mm,
if I were to, I guess in my life, I got to experience quite a bit as an artist and both, working in the retail store. I mean, I've done a lot of jobs in my life
Sure.
Yeah.
before I
I
became a
could too.
filmmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I became a filmmaker. So my perspective changes. My perspective always come from what the character is thinking, what the character
Okay.
is feeling. Even though I rewrote this, mid-aged white man living in
Yeah.
Tokyo. That's not me, right? But then the
Yeah.
loneliness, how he's potentially wanting his life to be, that comes from my perspective. I kind of put
Okay.
myself into the character's shoes and how
Mm.
would I react to it if I was in this position, if I were
Uh-huh.
feeling the way he's feeling or she's feeling. So I'm kind of, yeah, my perspective constantly changes as I write it. So I never kind of go in to, well, this is Japan, so this is what it's supposed to, or how he should be doing this. Like, I don't really go with that. Like,
Yeah.
how would I react to
Hmm.
the situation I'm
You
in?
were you were also an actor for a number of years,
Mm.
and so you must have had an agent. You were probably sent out to a number of auditions. Um, I've been an actor myself, so I know
Okay.
the whole feeling. So you definitely had that perspective.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
absolutely. That's all from my experience. So I'm like walking, and usually I did all the acting here in LA too.
Yeah.
I did mostly commercials and music videos. So what you do
Mm,
is you just walk in, and usually commercials, there's a bunch of people, right? And I did some
right.
acting, like we were acting, I had a couple of parts in the movies and TV shows and stuff, but mostly I did it commercials and videos. So you walk in and just like literally walk in, you say your name, you do your line, and they're like, thank
Yeah.
you. And you just
Yeah. Thank
the
you.
slates and then you walk away. And I think doing that for commercials, which was constant. Like sometimes I go to 5 auditions in a day just because it's so
Mm,
Wow.
quick. And I just learned to walk in and walk out and forget about it. And if I get a call back, great.
Mm.
yeah.
And if I get a call back, they were like, are they gonna call me tomorrow? Because
Oh
that
my
would be a
gosh.
paycheck, right? And
Yeah.
then sometimes you hear it, sometimes you don't. Most of the time you don't.
Yeah.
And
That's part of the business.
why did you stop, or why did you choose to leave? And or why do you not write a scene with you in it? Like,
Oh, I have been put myself in my movies. I did. I mean, this was
you were in Rental
a
Family?
film called. No, 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 no. That I wouldn't do that.
Oh.
I feel bad for the audience. I have played a Japanese teacher in one of the short film I made. It's called Canon
Okay.
Sochan. It's a comedy
Oh, yeah.
about this Indian scientist living in Tokyo falls in love with a vending machine, and I
Yeah.
played this Japanese teacher, online teacher. Um,
Oh,
so I'm in a couple of scenes. I um I have yeah, I think I enjoy spending time with my actors, just
yeah.
kind of like shaping the performance, shaping what the meaning is of this scene. And
Right.
I think that I enjoy that so much more. And
Hmm.
I would never want to go back to audition again. I have so much respect for the actors.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, yeah. And I think my focus just shifted, I think
Mhm.
once I became a filmmaker, I mean, I became a photographer first, really.
Yes,
I was
Yeah.
yes.
doing a lot of still photography. And from there, just like found my kind of calling, and
Yeah.
I just never went back. And when I was at USC first year, I was still auditioning because that was my only income that I can get.
Mm.
And I
Mm.
still had a work visa, so I was able to audition for certain things. So I did my first year. I did commercials. There was there was a very silly commercial called Hillshire Farm Go Meet.
Oh,
A long time ago, over 20 years ago. Uh,
yeah.
I did the campaign like Hillshire Farm Go Meet.
Amazing.
So I did one of those commercials,
So we just have to
and then
look for it and
yeah, you can probably find it on YouTube.
oh wow.
Yeah.
For real, entree salads are a meal because they're meaty. What? They're meaty. Woo!
Or commercial. I did the print ad for it. I did a couple prints, but then it came down to, if you are going to audition, you have to be available, right? My agents will call you and you have to be available next day.
Yeah.
And I cannot skip out from school, or I cannot skip out from shooting, so
Yeah.
that's why the first year got really hard, and I said,
Mm.
okay, I'm gonna take a break from it, and I just never went back.
Mm.
Wow. You literally moved from Japan to Utah, and then you became an actor, went to USC, and you got representation. Like, it takes people 20 years just to get what you got representation.
Oh, girl, it took me a long time too. People think like, oh, you got it so quickly. No, it was never that quickly. It's like,
And then,
you forget. I have to say, I got lucky after I moved to LA. I did submit to like 100 different agencies, like my headshots
Mm.
and resume, including my current agency, W.
Yeah.
And they're like, we'll never take any agent, this
Oh.
listed materials from anybody. Totally, they're a huge agency, but I send it anyways. And there's only one guy call back and say I'm interested in, and he was very old. He must be like in the 70s. And he had this like a giant binocular, really looking at my resume, and he's like, okay. And I was like, wow, he can't really read. He can really see. But then he sent me to auditions, and the first audition I booked it. And the
Oh,
second
nice.
audition I booked it too. And then I stopped. So it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, what's going on? What happened?
Yeah. And it was like, what
Yeah.
happened? But it was that was the first. And then after being with him for a year, I had to get a visa, but I
Mm.
didn't have a visa. So I went back to acting school to stay in America, and then I started
Yeah.
taking still photographs. So it was always stop and go, right?
Oh.
yeah.
And then, yeah, so it's just, it's just part of being an artist.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
I
Yeah,
proof,
love
you
that.
proved that you didn't quit. You proved that you didn't quit.
exactly. Yeah, I just kept going.
Yeah, she's
I don't know if it's a good thing or not.
it's good for us, the audience, because they get to see your stories.
You can feel my pain.
Yeah, we feel your pain, your happiness, your empathy, and
Mm.
a lot of different things in your movies. So it's not
Well,
just
thank
one
you.
emotion, which is nice because then it makes people more human if they feel all the emotions in one sitting. It really does.
Mhm. Right. Thank you.
Summer, do you have anything else? I'm
Oh
all
yeah.
done with my
Okay,
questions.
so I have something. I met Hikari in at the press thing, the red carpet, and then
Mm.
all these other assertive women were there, and there's like four of us, and then they were like, boom, they put the mic right into her, and I was like over here just waiting. So I found out red carpets are not great for me because you have to be assertive. But
Yes, yes.
with Beef, when you directed Beef, you did the first episode of Beef. So you literally helped jettison with Mr. Lee Sung Jin. How did he find you and to do that?
Well, it was more like it was collective experience. We are represented by same agent.
So
Yeah.
Mm.
good.
And
So
then also
faithful. Oh my
so
God.
faithful. And then also we were also represented by same management company at the time. So
Nice.
it kind of like all happened. And when my agent, TV agent Ryan Drazen said, "Hey, are you a fan of Stephen Yun and Ali Wong?" And I was like, "What the fuck? What do you mean? Am I a
Yeah,
fan?
of course.
Like, I love them. Like, I
Yeah.
breathe. Like when I love them." And they're like, "Well, there's opportunity. If you want to do this," I'm like,
Oh my
"Sign me
God.
up. Yeah, I'm ready to do anything. I will do anything." And that's how it happened, really.
Was it
Very
Yeah.
nice.
stressful to do the first episode because that starts the whole season. That's like
Yeah.
the birth of the whole
We shot the whole episode 1 all the way till 9. We shot it cross-boarding, which
Oh,
means, usually in television you do block shoot, right?
Mm.
Traditionally, and then we still do now, you just shoot the pilot and you set the tone, and then you do 2, 3 as a block, and then 4, 5 as a block, right? 6, and then you kind of trade the scenes. That for that show, we cross-ported everything from episode 1 to episode 9.
Wow.
So when we shot all the exterior scene of Ali Wong's character's house, which shot on day 1 and day 2.
Mm.
That includes when he arrives the house for the first time, knocking on the door, try to get in the house,
And
peeing
peeing.
and all that stuff, right? Running out, getting in the car, running away.
Hilarious.
And the very first day that we shot, the first shot was on from episode 5, Stephen Yeun's character Danny and Ali Wong's wife's Joe's character, husband, they're on the bicycle.
Yeah, George.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also shot on the same day. We shot it
Oh my
into
God, that's a lot.
garage and all that stuff. But everything else was, inside of the house was shot 2 months later
Mm.
because the house was built on set,
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
on the stage. So he's knocking on the door. I got that shot, and then I shot inside of the scene. Ali Wong's like answering the phone with the gun.
Oh
That was
yeah.
2 months
Yeah.
later. Yeah, that was 2 months later.
You had to write from the perspective of someone with cerebral palsy or someone with a handicap, which was just, I mean, we'll get more into that in a second, but that was just amazing to watch this person who probably has never done another role before. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
she, I think the only one thing that she performed in front of anybody was, she said it when she was in 5th grade, she read a poem in front of class, and that was
Oh,
first and last time she performed. And she came. I set up a open call audition for any women with disability,
okay.
or physical challenges, and because I wanted to be open mind, casting.
Mm,
And I did write a script about a girl with who was in a wheelchair, but whoever wants to come, just please come, because I could, if I could be wrong, I could write something completely different
yeah.
from the experience of meeting and watching the
Mm,
people audition, right? But yeah, she was the last person who showed up to audition,
Oh my
and she
God.
amazing.
almost didn't make it because she was late, and she was so worried that
Oh,
she was gonna have us wait. And I was like, take your time, just come whenever you can. And she was, she showed up in the middle of the winter in a
mhm.
Oh my
taxi.
gosh.
Yeah, and she, she's in a wheelchair, but she was like sweating so much, and she was like, I took a cab and took a little bit, time to get off the car, and he wasn't used to blah blah blah. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, Throughout their life because they're constantly sitting, right? And they're
yeah,
laying down. And so you had a scene of all about her rashes, right? How
right.
did you gain the perspective of someone in a wheelchair?
When the writing process was quite long time for that one, because I did a lot of research, interviewing people. I spent about 2 years, a year and a half to 2 years doing that. I learned about the comic book artist, the adult comic
Manga.
artist. There's a lot of female in
Yeah,
the business, and that's one of the major business, right? Like
right.
market. And so I thought it was interesting. And from watching that little short documentary, I just kind of like went in a pigeonhole. Okay, so how I start interviewing those women and then find out that there's a percentage of people who never had sex before,
Mm,
still virgin, and they still can do this adult comic. And I thought that was interesting. So I started interviewing those people. Along the way, I met Kuma-chan, the gentleman who was also cerebral palsy. She's in a
right.
wheelchair. He's in a wheelchair, who shows up in a couple times in the scenes.
Mhm.
And so from him, he asked me to come shoot this documentary and be the interpreter. And he
Mm,
came to America. We shot this video. We shot this interview, and and then during that time, I interviewed the doctor sex target. She was
Yeah.
a sex therapist. Doctor. She was a somebody who was the model for Helen Hunt's The Sessions, and from there I learned about women with the disability, or people who are paralyzed can still have orgasm, right? Even though
Mm,
you don't feel
mm.
anything. And then from there I find out that this, I start interviewing. There was just like just a
Yeah.
snowballing, and women can give a birth, like a natural birth,
Wow.
Mm,
that kind of stuff. So I started writing a story, and for me, what the reason I wanted to make this movie was the awareness, right? First,
mm,
no matter what we look like, how we are, how we exist in a society, we're only people. We're only human. We're women. We have the same heart as much as you do. Everything
mm,
about us, there's nothing between us.
mm,
So, to create the compassion, right?
mm,
It was important for me to introduce everybody. And then I think that's kind of what I like to do in my work, that kind of give a sense of who we are as a human, like who the characters are and what they're going
mm,
through, so that when people meet those people in real life, they have a little bit of a better understanding, and
mm,
perhaps reach their hands and say, I can help you with anything you need, just because now they understand what they have to go through, right? So yeah, those are the things that I think. Sorry, I couldn't talk so much
yeah.
about it,
No,
but
it's okay.
Suyako, Suyako,
yeah,
Uh,
cool. Yeah.
Suyako. You did that too. I
Yeah.
thank you for letting me see that. And there you
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
the
thank
fact
you.
that the fact that it's for your grandmother, and it even made it more special. But you opened your family life to the audience, to
Yeah.
yeah, to
Yeah.
what it's like, and it was so beautiful. I can't believe
Your
that was your
Thank
first.
Suyako
Yeah,
won 50
I
awards.
know.
Yeah.
I,
Got really lucky.
And I love it. I'm saying one more thing. When the husband came back, like,
Mhm.
I mean, if people didn't see it by now, okay, but if the
Yeah.
husband came back and you made him more three-dimensional, because I thought at first I
Mhm.
thought, oh man, he's a coward, blah blah blah. But
Mhm.
it was Anyways, go on.
Yeah. Thank you.
how
Yeah.
was that
I
going
that
around
movie
on
is
the
special. I still like watching. Sometimes I haven't seen it for a long time. I mean, I
uh
always make it and I just don't watch it. Like I haven't seen 37
oh,
seconds for like over 5 years.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, go same thing. It's such it's all in my brain and embedded in me. But every time when I hear the music,
hmm.
I'm just, especially Tsuyako, because that was my first short film,
And
Mm,
your
really
mom
ever.
supported it. Oh my God, her mom supported her. Like, Asian parents supporting you in art never
Yeah.
happens. Never happens, right?
I got really lucky. I borrowed her my mom's credit card. It's
Oh,
like, I have a really fast way to get a points for you or mileage.
that's great.
Let just me put 40 grand in this card and see what happens with it.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that was cute. I saw your mother in the behind the scenes. Go ahead, Larry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
No,
fun.
no. I mean, first of all, going on the festival circuit must be really must take a lot of energy from you. How do you gear up for something like that every time you release a film?
Well, the first time when I traveled around the world with Suyako was, for me, it was the most eye-opening experience. I started with Cannes,
Mm,
started in Cannes.
mm,
It wasn't,
place.
yeah, it wasn't a competition. It was just at this market, but I just wanted to see what the world market looked like. So I
Right.
got to see that. We screened in the theater. And then really this for incredibly, like all the festival invited me over, so
Mm,
everywhere I went, we will come home with some kind of awards or audience awards or grand jury, etc.
mm,
But they really put us under the wing, and we got to see the world of Mexico. Guanajuato International Film Festival is one of my favorite festivals in the world.
oh,
And just as we were going through, not only that experience was incredible, and I will get to you the experience, what your question answer to your question, but it's really is you get to really experience what the audience is feeling, right? So what I learned in that moment was that anywhere I went, either Italy or Spain or or Taiwan, wherever that is, Korea,
Mm,
or Ireland, right? Or Mexico. Everybody cried at the same
mm.
times, same places. Everybody laughed at the same place. Everybody kind of had this
Yeah.
reaction at the exactly same place. And then at the end of the screening, there's a lot of people were really moved by it. And then, obviously we shared it with a lot of LGBTQ community. And then I remember one time when we screened in Trino, Italy, tiny, big
Italy.
LGBT film festival. But, Trino is a smaller town compared to other cities.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman came up to me and he said, I am 55 years old and my mom does not know that I'm gay. But I'm going to
Oh,
go home and I'm going to come out because I need to. And your movie inspired
oh,
me to do so. And
your movie
when
inspired that. Wow.
yeah, and then when that happened, and it was a couple months after I started screening, going around the festival circuit too, I just find out, like I just felt this is what I'm supposed to do. I need to
Mm,
make a movies that I could potentially change people's perspective in life or change in a positive way so that they can be free.
yeah.
So I will never forget that moment, and I'll never forget meeting him. And we had a tour, interpreter between us, and
Yeah.
he was sharing that information with me and translating everything what he was saying. But yeah, so from
Audiences,
there, just kind of, but I love going to festivals. That's like one of my
yeah.
favorite things.
Aren't the audiences like a really nice mix of real cinephiles with and also like really big super fans as well?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
probably know your work better than you do in some
Sometimes I know.
cases, uh,
Yeah, they
right?
surprise me all
And
the time.
want to congratulate you on your entire body of work.
Oh, thank you
Rental Family
so
was
much.
amazing. I have to mention that I was watching Rental Family with
Mm.
my wife and my daughter. My daughter's 13 years old,
Oh,
and
wow.
and my wife is Korean, and we loved your film. So we have, you know, two different
Oh,
generations. Actually, I'm a little older than my wife. And then we all just watching your film, and it was like very, very enjoyable.
oh, thank you.
I have to say, the casting was amazing.
Mm.
Is that something that you specifically chose or choose for your movies? Do you have people in mind when you go into shooting a movie?
I mean, I have when I was writing, I just kind of usually just go open-minded. Like I
Hmm.
write a story for the sake of writing a great story, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't really think about anybody else unless the actor is already attached to the
Okay.
project. Then I think about the character. But for this one particularly, we're just like we just went into we wrote it, and then we
Yeah.
ended up attaching actors after the fact. So
Okay.
yeah, we got really lucky enough to have Brendan Fraser to be interested in the script, and when I
Hmm.
saw him in the Well, the screening of Well for
Yeah.
BAFTA.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was a BAFTA screening. I saw him and I just kind of felt that he was the guy that I need to
Yeah.
be working with. And he had all the essence and the kindness. And I mean, look at him. He's what not to love.
He was putting on a photo exhibit
Mm.
in East Hollywood. This is maybe 20 years ago. He was showing
Okay.
all the pictures he took from the different
Wow.
movies he shot. And he
Oh,
was
wow.
alone in this room. And I'm like, that's Brendan Fraser. I had no idea he was going to be in this room. And it was just me and him talking for about 20 minutes. He's like a gentle giant, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a gentle giant. Yeah,
He's
biggest teddy bear you can ever have
biggest
in your
teddy
life.
bear.
Yeah,
He's just like how he is in your movie. He's very
yeah.
personable.
He's very caring. He cares so much about art and he's very
Hmm.
protective. He's very creative, and he's very open-minded.
Mm.
Anything that I suggest, he'll just, okay, sounds great. All right, let's do it, you know? And
Yeah.
I got really, really lucky.